Hey, hey, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'm Lauren Kennedy Brady, and you are here to see Living Room Live from our living room to yours. It's going to be an amazing show. We have the incredible Lisette Glodowski with us tonight. She is going to be singing, she's going to be chatting, we're going to be playing games, and we're going to be having some fun. So thank you so much for being here with us. And hey, listen, we've been doing so many cool things here in our new Theatre Raleigh Arts Center, including our hybrid concert series, which we just wrapped up on Saturday night with Neither One of Us. Yolanda Sings Gladys. It was spectacular. You guys, if you did not tune in on Saturday night, you have one more week to buy a ticket and to watch it. So you better go do that. Here's a preview of what you're going to get.
Don't it make you feel guilty? Yeah. Don't it make you feel shame? Don't it make you feel like you're to blame? Yeah. Oh, once I can say this is mine. You can't take it as long as I know I've got love. I can make it for once in my life. I've got that someone who needs me. Oh, I'm running out of things to say. How can I tell them that you just don't care? This child needs his father. Come back home, Joe. Come back. Whoa, whoa, whoa. This child needs his father. Come back home, Joe. We both need you, Joe. Come back. The friendship train. Everybody shake a hand. Yes, I'm talking about the friendship train. Get on board and shake a hand. Everybody just ride. The friendship train.
I mean, so amazing. It was such an incredible show. It was so exciting to hear live music and be with people, a limited amount of people, but nevertheless, it was incredible. But gather your family around the TV and buy your ticket for Neither One of Us, Yolanda Sings Gladys. And also, while you're at it, you can still get our entire hybrid concert series, including our Christmas show, if you want to get back in the Christmas spirit after Valentine's Day. Makes a lot of sense. But we have Leading Ladies, December to Remember, and Neither One of Us. So get those tickets this week because they're going to be gone on Sunday. So you do not want to miss it. It's so good. I'm very, very proud of how we've been able to baby step back into some in-person live performances as well as live streaming. We've been very safe, taking COVID tests, temperature checks, the whole thing. Social distancing, mask wearing, it's been quite an experience, but well worth it so we can have some live theater. And we're going to continue to do more of that kind of stuff here at the Theatre Raleigh Arts Center. We are opening our doors for renters in a very limited way. So if you are interested in renting a practice room or a rehearsal studio, if you need to do a self-tape or teach a class or teach a voice lesson, whatever you've got, we have got a room for you, so you can rent with us here at the Theatre Raleigh Arts Center. If you email rentals@theaterraleigh.com, we will help you out. Also, something pretty exciting that we are kicking off here at Theatre Raleigh is our new Works reading series. When I started Theatre Raleigh and we opened the doors so many years ago, part of my mission and the reason I wanted to do this theater was to support and elevate and bring new writers to the forefront, give them a platform, and be a part of adding to the canon, not only plays, but musicals. So we are going to take the deep dive into helping create new shows with our New Works reading series. And we are going to be picking 2 shows to present fully produced readings this year. So if you have a play or a musical that you would like to have a fully produced reading, both virtually and in person, please email info@theaterraleigh.com, submit your material, and we would love to consider you. And we are going to be announcing who's going to get that opportunity probably mid-March. So get that submission in by February 28th. So that is super, super exciting. And I mean, speaking of new writers, we have our guest tonight is not only an actress, an incredible dancer, beautiful singer, amazing human being, but she's also a writer, because all those other things weren't enough. Let me tell you a little bit about Lisette Glodowski. She is a New York and North Carolina-based composer, lyricist, performer, educator, and choreographer. Lisette received an MFA in musical theater writing at NYU Tisch. And earlier, she received her BFA in musical theater acting at East Carolina University. Recent writing credits include Clicquot, Tambora, The Lost Kingdom, and Velvet Over Steel, and much A Cruise About Nothing. I love that. Recent performing credits include Broadway Songbook Concert at Lincoln Center, and the film All We Did Was Blink, and TR audiences will remember her as the choreographer from Once, a performer in In The Piazza, The Secret Garden, Rock of Ages, and Dreamgirls. Lisette is this year's recipient of the Dramatist Guild Foundation Grant. Here she is, ladies and gentlemen, Lisette Glodowski. Hey, girl. Hi. I'm so happy you're here. Oh, you got applause. Oh. That's because we love you here at TR. We love us some Lisette. Hi, how are you?
Good, there's people.
I know. It's a very small amount of people, but people nonetheless. And lots of people watching who love you. Very excited to have you on tonight. I'm sure we'll have a lot of our Theater Raleigh castmates writing in and saying some things. If you guys have questions or comments or snide comments or whatever you want to say, let us know. I'm reading it right here. So, you know, be careful with what you say. Tell me about how you are. How have you been holding up?
I'm surviving.
Yeah, you're obviously not in New York.
I don't think so.
You're pandemicking with your parents?
Yes, I moved back home and it's great.
Okay, good.
Rent-free.
Rent-free is always great. We love that.
Thank you.
Hilarious. I love it.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, a lot of people have it a lot worse, so I'm very grateful.
Yeah.
But it is, it's not helped the lazy bug in me, though, that's for sure. I've been like, let's stay inside. It's
really
safe here.
Really? You like that? Like, you're like, this is my excuse to just chill on the couch.
Yeah. Yeah. Ashamed.
I hear you. No, I've gone back and forth. I've 100% been like, I'm using this time and I'm going to do something amazing and create something fabulous. And then there's been times where I'm just like, you know what? It's going to be a huge, you know, like, accomplishment if I go to the grocery store today. Yeah.
Just hide in bed, the covers.
Seriously. But have you been writing during this time?
Oh my God, so much. We had a reading of my last show in March, and since then, my writing partner, Richard Walter, and I have pretty much rewritten the entire script.
Really?
And we are now tearing apart Act 2 as we speak, since we gave 9 months to Act 1, and now we're going to see what happens.
Well, you have another 9 months of pandemic, maybe. No, I'm kidding. Probably. Hopefully not. So you had a March reading in New York. What day? Like right before, like?
The day after Broadway shut down.
Really?
March 13th, yeah.
Yeah, March 13th. That was like the day.
Yeah.
It certainly was the day here.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was like the whole week we knew it could be possible, so we always said, if Broadway shuts down, we will shut down. But it was like inside the rehearsal room, it felt like this safe, everything's okay, and we felt outside a monster was coming, but it wasn't quite there yet.
You're like, we're just here locking up.
Yeah, and this is for Clicquot. But you know, the final dress rehearsal came. It's March 12th. Everyone's hooked up to mics. We're about ready to go, and then we get the notice that Broadway's shutting down at 5 p.m. and we're just like, oh my God.
That's crazy.
So what happened was the amazing cast unanimously decided to do it anyway.
Yeah.
And it was so emotional, but so great, and very grateful. And
yeah, well, at least you did get it in. And I would even say, you know, when Broadway shut down, we still didn't know. I mean, nobody really knew.
Oh, no, we knew nothing.
You thought, oh, this might be a 2-week thing where we, cut to almost a year later. But it was so unknown. So how would you have known to be like, yeah, we're going to do this as well? I mean, on the 13th was the day here where, you know, the schools announced they were going to be closing for 2 weeks, or they were bumping up spring break. You know, that's what we thought it was going to be. We were doing a show here, Bud Not Buddy, which had to be canceled, but I had no concept that we were going to be canceling our whole season yet. So that's nuts. So, well, I'm glad that you got to have the opportunity to do it. It sounded like you had an amazing cast. Wasn't Judy McLean our other favorite person in the show as well?
Judy McLean, she's in it. She's been in it from the very beginning too, so it's been fun writing on her specifically.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, what note do you like to sing? That one? Great, let's do it.
I love that. That is incredible.
Oh,
I mean, so how did you get into writing? I mean, well, let me just take it back for a second because you come from a dance family. Tell me a little bit about your parents. I mean, they were both performers, right?
Yeah, both my parents were professional ballet dancers, and then my dad did a ballet company and medical school at the same time.
Okay, great. Because one's not hard, like they're both incredibly hard and time consuming, so why not do both?
Why not?
Great.
Yeah, and my mom moved quickly into direction and choreography.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was born with my siblings. We grew up in classical ballet, but I was always the one singing in the corner being like, I can't just dance.
You're like jazz hands.
Yeah, it's like, can we sing in this piece? No? Oh, okay. Yeah, so then like all through high school and everything, oh my God, I was doing so much theater and so much ballet and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And when it came time for college, I wanted to find a company or a school that let me do dancing at the level I was at and musical theater and acting or whatever. So the place to do that was East Carolina University.
Absolutely.
And that was great. I was able to dance all day long. And then I took Meisner acting training and then musical theater all the way around. And it was so exhausting. I don't know how I did it, but.
I remember being in school thinking, it's never going to be this hard. Because you're like, 7 a.m. taking music theory and then doing a rehearsal for, the big musical until 10 p.m.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really hard work. People don't know how hard it is.
I don't think I could do it again.
No way. No way. Don't tell me you're too old now, but it's just that now you're on the other side of it and you're like, let me just write.
Yeah, let's just do that. It's easier. Yeah.
So you got your BFA in musical theater performance, and then were you always like, okay, now I'm gonna go and be a writer? And
well, I've been writing musical songs, musical theater, music, whatever you could say. I scooted myself up into the piano when I was like 5.
Okay.
And then I've been writing ever since. I just never thought it was a career path.
Okay.
And then I wrote a musical my senior year of college and put it up and went, oh, I love this.
Oh, maybe.
Oh, I have more stories to tell than I thought.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That is incredible. So you were always a good piano player. You knew how to play, could read music and all that? Or good enough?
Yeah, you're good enough.
No, I've heard you play. You're very good. I wanted you to play tonight. Sorry that we couldn't work that out with our shots and stuff. I didn't want you to be hidden behind the piano.
Honestly, it's so nice to have someone else play for me, though, because it's been a year of me playing for myself, so it's...
I hear you. Well, you're welcome then.
Thank you.
No, and you also have the amazing Joanna Lee here with you tonight, who we're going to get to see later. Okay, so what do you prefer the most when you're, I mean, and obviously you love writing, but you still are a performer at heart, right?
Oh, so much.
So do you prefer to be, in the spotlight, or do you really prefer deep down to be behind the table?
I do like to be in charge of things.
Okay, got it.
It depends on the piece. It depends on the day.
Yeah.
There's something so beautiful about sitting behind a table and watching people bring my words to life. I don't think there's anything better than that. But being the person on the stage with the stage lights and everything is just as good, and I can't live without it. It's my fuel, so.
I hear you, I hear you. I felt that way probably till I was about 38. And then I was like, you know what, I can live without it, actually.
We'll see, I'll come back to you soon.
No, it's true though, because that's where our craft was born by being, an interpreter, someone who took someone's words and, choreography or whatever and interpreted it. So I'm just joking. I'm being self-deprecating. I really do really love performing still, but I'm like you. I got to a point where I was like, I have stories to tell. I have things I want to say, and I wanted an avenue in which I could do that. And you know what's another interesting thing? Obviously, you're a choreographer and a director as well, so am I-ish, but what I really have found is like doing what I'm doing now, like bringing artists together and being the artistic director of something is actually the most satisfying to me of all. Like it was a 1, 2, 3 step process, and now I'm like, oh, the real joy for me is bringing artists together and finding amazing people who work well together and let them create stuff. That's just, it's so gratifying. It's so cool. Like finding you. I mean, literally, how did we find you? I have to tell the story that Lisette was an intern at Theater Raleigh. Well, I mean, you were probably a freshman or sophomore. I don't know. You were in college anyway.
Yeah, it was right after my freshman year. Yeah, the summer of freshman year.
And what did you do? You worked.
You taught me how to be a spot up.
I'm pretty sure I didn't teach you.
Yeah, it was fun.
And that's like a rite of passage, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
Spot up.
Like, okay, I hope none of the actors, make me mad. I'll just turn their lights right off.
It was Pump Boys and Dinettes, right?
Oh my gosh, and it was so much fun.
What a great way to like introduce yourself to at least our Theater Raleigh family. What a fun show.
Yes.
What were you gonna say? I interrupted you.
Oh, I was just gonna say that like Tim directed that, so when I met Tim, and then he ended up directing my thesis, well, and then all the other shows, but like meeting him, I just feel like you make families, which is so much better than just an artist being like, okay, I'm called in to do a thing, do a show, do a contract, it's just another one. No, you make families, and that's why I always, like, any chance to come back, I'm like, I'm home.
Yeah, aw, that's really nice of you to say. I do feel that way, like that is the gift that we have in theater, is that we create these families and these loyalties and these amazing relationships where you trust and you want to work with those people again. Just it makes me really happy to hear that you have found that with Theater Raleigh, with Tim Seib, and obviously Judy and a number of other people as well.
Everyone. There hasn't been a single soul I haven't
or
connected with.
It's like the best group of people. You've done so many great shows. I said it before, but you were in Secret Garden, such a beautiful show we did. Pump Boys and Dinettes as a spot off, obviously. You choreographed once. That was so awesome.
That was, that could go down one of the highlights of my life, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, it was so beautifully done and artistic. I loved what you and Tim Seib obviously directed that as well, and the way you guys worked together and how you brought it to life in such a new way. What was the inspiration behind how you guys, presented the show?
Well, we wanted the movement to be naturalistic and not look like it's a dance number now.
Yeah.
But the music is so layered and powerful that you can't not move. Like even someone who's not a dancer at all would listen to the music and move with it. So then I was like, okay, how do we make this realistic, but then have elements of choreography and stuff?
Yeah.
And so I studied the instruments that they were playing and then mimic the movement off of what the instruments were like.
Oh.
So like the cello player obviously had long sweeping movements, and the fiddlers, they could spin, they could do more syncopated stuff. And then the fun part was piecing that all together and making it one big thing, and then making them all dance in unison at that.
I mean, and making those boys, with instruments, guitars and whatnot, dancing and stomping, and it had that Irish flair too, which was so exciting.
Yeah, I just think it's fun. It's like, of course you can do it. Who says you can't? They're like, well, I'm like, try.
Yeah, it was great. It was so great. And the way that the audience was set in a traverse, so it was kind of like in the round but not. So, the performers were enveloped by the observers, which I thought really brought something special to the way that the show was, perceived. And going back to what you just said a little bit about not just sort of like the movement because they were playing musical instruments, but there was some theatricality in the way you choreographed numbers of like when she was listening to the demo tape and there was like 3 different storylines going on. It was so theatrical.
You just have to think, it's like there's someone in the audience looking at something at some point. It's never a spot that's unused, so the story can just keep going.
Yeah, it was so cool. You did a great job. It was amazing. And then, of course, you were one of our lovely ladies in Rock of Ages.
That show was the reason I was late to NYU. I told them, I'm like, I have a contract. I have to go dance on a pole and sing my face off in a rock show, and then I'll come back.
Then I'll come and write really classy things. No, you noticed I said lovely ladies and not strippers. Yeah, that, it's a PG audience, but no, that was so great. It was so fun. Choreographed by the amazing Abby O'Brien, and it just was awesome. It was such a good show.
Then I think one of the most beautiful things at Theater Raleigh was Light in the Piazza.
Oh,
and just
please.
like that whole experience being in the actual museum, And then having the lines is like, look at this painting that I'm literally looking at right now. I don't have to do any acting. It's right there.
Yeah. It was so amazingly like serendipitous how that worked out. Eric Woodall directed that production. So, you know, when he and I were talking about this idea of doing Light in the Piazza at the North Carolina Museum of Art, I love crazy ideas, so I was like, yeah, let me just call somebody I know over there and see if that's a thing. You know, the biggest, I guess, like hurdle for him was her hat is supposed to blow, and that's how she meets Fabrizio. How are we going to do that inside? We don't have strings. We don't have, you know, what do we do? And then he had this idea of like, can we find a dancer, right? A dancer who can be the wind and can like be this beautiful through line. I was like, I know just your girl.
So fun.
I was like, you know, say no more, Lisette Glodowski to the rescue. And then I got you guys together, and it was just like magic. It was magic.
It was scary though, because I had to do all that dancing around like a 1st century Greek statue in the middle, and I was terrified.
Yeah. You're like, please don't let me knock this over.
Oh my gosh.
It was, yeah, because you were like up on like benches and doing all these like PK turns, and yeah, that would have been horrible.
Luckily, nothing bad happened. It was only good.
No, it was graceful and beautiful, and you also choreographed your own movement for that as well. Girl, what can you not do?
I can't ice skate.
Really?
Not at all.
No? not even like just around Central Park?
No, no. If I
good.
can get around the rink once without falling, then I leave because it's a big victory. So
I hear you.
can't do that. Like instant no.
What else can't you do?
There's stuff. I'm not very good at math, to be honest.
Interesting.
My little sister can do that for me.
I love it.
Let's see.
I don't have to put you on the spot. you don't have to keep telling me what you're not good at. You're clearly good at so many things. Well, so I want to hear a little bit more about the shows that you've written. I know that tonight you're going to sing for us some of the songs from your shows. So tell me a little bit about, you know, the conception behind the shows. Like, you know, I said them in your bio, but I'd love to hear directly from you about your writing and your writing partner even.
Yeah, so I'll start off with Velvet Over Steel, which is, this is not in the order of shows, I'll go in that in a second. But Velvet Over Steel is the first full-length musical I wrote, and I wrote book and music and lyrics for that. My older sister shared book with me, which was fun. But that was when I tackled music and lyrics all by my lonesome.
And that was when you were in college? That was the one you wrote? Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Yep. And then the wonderful thing about NYU is that the first year, they rotate you with partners for every assignment. So you get to figure out what kind of writing style you like, what kind of partner you like, how to collaborate. But at the audition for NYU, the first person I was paired with is my long-term writing partner now, Richard C. Walter.
Yeah.
And even through all the rotations, we still ended up thesis partners too.
Awesome.
So together we have 2 full-length shows. One being our thesis, which was Tambora, the Lost Kingdom, and it's about the island and kingdom of Tambora in Indonesia that was completely destroyed in 10 minutes when the volcano erupted and ruined it all, and it was never supposed to erupt.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's a happy story.
Yeah, it's uplifting.
Yeah, it's currently a 90-minute one act, but we're probably going to expand, maybe look at animation for it.
Oh, cool.
But it can be 6 people or a full ensemble. That took a year to get the thesis, our first reading of it.
Wow.
For that. Our lovely Hillary Mayberger.
Yay.
She was our lead in that one. She's amazing.
Amazing.
And then, yeah, we're writing that one constantly, but our main focus recently has been Clicquot.
Yes.
And that is, my voice.
About this, is it about champagne?
Yeah.
Because that's why my ears perked up.
Yeah, the Veuve Clicquot yellow label champagne. We're writing about the woman who created it and was the foundation. So this amazing woman during the French Revolution through the Napoleonic Wars. She grew up in the world where the status quo for women was to be a wife and, you know, just be there and have children. And she is married off at a young age, even though she wants to join her father's business. And she ends up marrying Francois Clicquot, and he sees her for who she is and they start a wine business together. And then he dies of typhoid, and that's sad. And she had to take on the whole company herself. And against all odds and trials and tribulations, she actually made it and became one of the most, well, famous businesswomen of all time, with the most famous champagne. And her legacy, you know, helped create the next generation of female businesswomen, and she's amazing.
So
she's
cool.
amazing.
So it's like a great story for now too, you know, in our times too, for women to hear that and see that kind of representation. That is so cool. Well, why don't we hear some of these songs? I don't know what you're singing first, so but you can tell us a little bit more when you get up there. But ladies and gentlemen, we've talked enough, and you are going to get to hear the beautiful Lisette Glodowski sing her very own music, with Joanna Lee playing for her on the piano. So ladies and gentlemen, you're in for quite a treat. Here she is singing her own music, Lisette Glodowski.
This first song is Learn This Land from Tambora, The Lost Kingdom. Whoa, look. There upon the horizon, we're approaching land ahead. Will the island that Tambora lies on match the pictures in my head? A landscape full of secrets, a new world to unfold. Please let this quest be worth more than gold. Learn this land, explore, expand, and understand it. Cross the sea, I can see a mountain standing tall. I will show them all that by hand I'll learn this land. I'll be like no one before me, a woman who knows the earth. The men who all dictate geology will not dictate my worth. But what captures my heart more than proving my own mind is anticipating what I'll find. Learn this land, turn each stone till I understand it. Cross the sea, I can see a mountain standing tall. I will show them all that by hand I'll learn this land. Steam, the island, it's steaming. Wait, what could that be? Wind, a warning. It's warm in January. So odd, so beautiful, like Java, but smaller still. My God, whatever the weather, I'll search until the ground and sky stay bound while I discover why out in this world patterns are altered every day. And as a girl, can I make a difference in some way? I hope it's grand. and then she dies. Sad. Okay, this next song is called Whisk Me Away, and it's from the musical Velvet Over Steel. What was that? Not sure what happened. Did you really take my hand? Are you aware? People can see they're watching us dance. What about your girl back home? Are you even thinking of her? Why do I keep doing this when we have no chance? Never mind, just don't move. Keep your eyes focused on mine. We've got nothing, so we can't lose. Let's not waste any time. Whisk me away. I'm following. For now, let's say you are mine. Catch me now. I'm falling fast. I would give anything for you to read my mind. This is new, I can't stop smiling. I wish I knew your actual thoughts. It's overwhelming, passion growing, but what about that girl you've got? I'm trying not to overthink, but I can't get you out of my head. There's a large part of me that wants you to choose me instead. Never mind, just don't move. Keep your eyes focused on mine. We've got nothing, so we can't lose. Let's not waste any more time. Whisk me away. I'm following. For now, let's say you are mine. Catch me now. I'm falling fast. I could give anything for you to read my. Wait just a little, I'm in the middle of a terrible problem. What a complicated riddle, common sense is diddled. I just really want to call him. Maybe I'll like him less if I count the breath, the tempo, count, lose his center, run away, and I never look in his eyes. So goodbye to him from my mind. Just look up completely, avoid his greetings, ignore him beaming when he walks by. I can say that there's no way I like him. I like him, no, that's not right. I don't want to be the other girl, the other side, but I can't let him go. God, I know this is life. Here I go, I'll be by your side, by your side. I'm gonna try. I'm following. For now, let's say you are mine. Catch me now. I'm falling fast. I would give anything for you to change your mind. Okay, this next song was written at NYU as an assignment. Didn't really turn into anything except I love this song. It was written with my friend Sean Palatroni, and this is called Somebody. So, do you want me to sit? lie down. What's the protocol? Should I just talk? Is that all? Do I have to start with my whole childhood? I'm only here because I told my mom I would get help. I guess you could say I'm pretty blessed. Grew up healthy, well-fed, well-dressed. I even kept a checklist to remind me of my dreams. You know, I found it again yesterday. Read it while I pretended to pray. It said, future Mrs. Barry Madison. So it seems all I wanted was a life as a dedicated wife. But flipping through the list I found, I'd also written down, be somebody. You're allowed to be somebody. Whether you believe that you can or you believe that you can't, you are absolutely right. But that's all out of sight. Gosh, I am so sorry. I don't know why. Wow, this is embarrassing. I do not cry. I think that I'm just tired. My kid tends to keep me up. She's beautiful, blonde like her father. I asked Barry to come today, but he won't bother. He says I would waste his money for a mental checkup. To be honest, can I say, when he talks to me that way, it makes me feel like nobody, when I could be somebody. I want to believe that I can, he believes that I can't. How could that ever be right? Still, I fall out of sight. I was there at that women's march, but asked myself, why am I here? In all of these powerhouse women, I realized I had no breath to cheer while these ladies are forging their ways. I watch my seconds slip into minutes, then hours slip into days, and I'm sick of cleaning up dishes and courting the damn PTAs. I'm terrified I cannot be somebody, someone my daughter can look up to be. I guess you could say that I'm a mess. Didn't think that I'd ever confess. I'm not the perfect, put together housewife I once dreamed. I'm too young to give up on adventures, okay? But too old to throw my past away. So how do I balance? Tell me, how do I balance? I don't need to be famous or run with top women. Don't need a story that winds up on Ellen. I don't know what yet, except I must let myself be somebody. Help me be somebody, somebody I am proud to be. Do you believe I can? If I believe I can. to come back next week.
Gorgeous, amazing, fantastic. Oh my God, Lisette, you were incredible. You're gonna come back over here and sit with me because we are gonna talk some more. By the way, first of all, before we get to our game that we're gonna play, don't be nervous. By the way, everybody you've ever done a show with is watching tonight. Hi guys. So many amazing accolades are being thrown in the chat. You don't even know. It's so fun to watch that. All of our friends, Judy, Tim, Jack, Meta, Cameron, Taylor, just all of them. Everybody is here to say hi to you and watch you perform and loving on you. But Tim Seib did actually ask a really interesting question that I wanted to touch in before we played our game. He asked, how is it looking back at Velvet Over Steel once you've gone through the MFA program? How did it inspire or change your writing?
Oh, I don't know how I did that.
Wait, what does that mean?
I mean, I didn't know any of the rules. And they say it's like you can break the rules once you know the rules to break, right?
Sure.
And so I often listen back to that music and go, how did I do that and feel good about it without knowing any of the rules?
But did you look at it and think, oh, this one's mad, but...
Actually, yeah. I mean, there was book stuff. There's always, I mean, you're always going to hear, needs book work. But I was able to go in and refine some of the songs with the more technique I had and maybe change a rhyme or two. But for the most part, that show is in surprisingly good shape.
Good,
and so I'm now just
awesome.
building from it. But yeah, I know way more than I did then.
A little bit like, oh, wasn't I cute?
Exactly.
And then Cameron Wade also asked a great question I wanted to share with you, which is she'd love to hear a little bit about your creative process. Do you start with a story or a melody or a character, a question?
Yeah, sometimes it can be as easy as someone you're having a conversation with says one thing and it goes, oh, that's the hook of the song. I got to go write that.
Yeah.
Other times it's challenging and you're going story-based and you have to, you know, especially if it's not a standalone song, you have to make it work with the show. So sometimes that can take a long time. But my process is usually lyrics, music simultaneously.
Oh, really?
It again depends on who I'm writing with. So with Richie, he and I both share book, music, and lyrics. So
you do all three together?
All three together.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, so there's really not a part in the whole score where like, who did that part? Oh, it was one of, yeah.
So interesting.
And I love doing it that way. But then, you know, I'm just a lyricist for some other composers, and then when I get to do both, story is the most important thing.
Yeah.
Completely. So if it doesn't follow that, then it's going to be a dud.
Yeah, dud. It's going to be a dud. All right, that's cool. I'm just so excited to see everybody coming out to watch Lisette tonight and enjoy your amazing music and your gorgeous voice. It's like a really fun reunion going on. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to play Name That Tune. So I would be terrible at this, by the way. So I just have the privilege of seeming like I'm smart and know all the songs because I have the answers in front of me. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to play, or I'm going to try to play, a little beginning of each tune on my iPad. And let's just, first of all, if you can name the actual tune.
Okay.
Okay? And then I'll give you hints if you can't name the tune. And then once you name the tune, see if you can also name the show it's from.
Okay.
Okay? You ready?
Yeah.
It's all over the map.
Let's do it.
All right, let's see how we do here. Okay, I'm gonna bring this up to my microphone.
Okay.
Really long intro.
I used to think we lived at the top of the world when the world was just a subway map and the 1/9 climbed a dotted line to my place.
You're mean.
All right, think about those lyrics. The 1/9,
Yeah.
top of the world, top of Manhattan.
Yeah, is it In the Heights?
It's in the Heights, but what's the song?
The one that she sings. That one. That song.
No, it's so good. It's called When You're Home.
When You're Home.
From In the Heights.
How good you knew it. I was just testing you
see,
there.
I know all things because I have the answers. Okay, here's the next one. You ready? This will probably be easier.
First, a story.
Because you know why?
Little Christmas
He's getting
story.
ready to say the name.
I call it The Story of Shmuel, Taylor of Klimovich.
Very long intros, Lauren.
Shmuel would work till 10:30 at his tailor shop in Klimovich. Get up at dawn and start again with the hems and pins and a twist.
I have never heard this before
You're
in my
kidding me.
life.
You're kidding me.
I'm
All right.
sorry.
Okay,
it's-
so what name did he just say?
It started with an S.
Oh my God.
can't even remember.
Lisette, you are killing me right now. The name of the character is Shmuel.
Shmuel, yeah.
The name of the song is the Shmuel Song. And it's from a musical that was written by Jason Robert Brown.
Oh,
Take a guess.
that's probably why. Okay.
That's probably why you don't listen to Jason Robert Brown songs?
I do, but not. Wait. Okay. Okay.
The Shmuel Song.
Okay.
Well, just start naming shows that he's written.
It's Parade.
No, it's not Parade.
Bridges of
No, it's
My-
not.
I know, but like.
The Shmuel Song from Bridges is very romantic. The Shmuel Song.
They cut it and then they put it in a different song.
Or a two-person.
Last 5 years.
The last 5
okay,
years.
I remember
the
it now. I
Shmuel Song. Oh my God. I'm so sorry. I'm torturing you. I can't wait to see the chat when everybody's like, the Shmuel Song.
Well, okay,
Come
you know
on.
what, y'all?
Get
I've
it.
been in new works recently. I have been out of the pre-existing musical theater bubble.
We're talking revivals here, okay? We're focusing on new works. All right, well, we'll see how you do with this one. Ready?
A tree that sprang up and cracked the walls of the hotel was open, so that its gates could never close again.
Oh, shoot.
Tree that lived forever, sheltering peasants and grand
It's a revival.
A tree
Just
that watched
recently.
over Daniel for his lifetime. A tree
We'll keep playing
which
it.
his children played.
Oh, Once on This Island! You got it! She did it. Once on This Island, that is called We Tell the Story.
I love a good air and some flarity.
I love it. Okay, this one shouldn't be too hard. You ready?
Then you go teet,
Flaunted.
You probably played this part.
step right up and
No, but it'd be
strut
fun.
your stuff.
Okay, tell me what it is.
Hola, if you've got it flaunted from the producer.
Yay! You nailed that one. All right, I'm gonna have to fast forward this one because talk about a really long intro. I'm gonna just go from here.
The Baker's Wife, not a liar.
The Baker's Wife. Meadowlark, you nailing it. See? You just need a little warm up.
I need a warm up, yeah.
All right, are you ready for this one?
And here
Glitter and Decay.
Glitter in the Day! Yes! Nailing it. This is actually working better where I fast forward through the epic intros. All right, ready? Here, we're gonna do it again.
But when we fall in love, we wake up and we are a goddess.
I mean, you know that voice, right?
So we,
I mean, I do, because I'm a huge fan.
but if I die here tonight,
It's not pumping in
I
my head.
die.
It's based on a Russian novel.
Oh, the comet. The great comet.
It's called Dust and Ashes from The
1811.
Great Comet. Okay, what about this one? Classic. Here we go.
my life, and you won't go
Bernadette
away.
Peters.
She didn't star in the show. Ready? Are you ready? Oh, I thought I was going to say the title.
Day go by. No, day
Yes,
goes by.
not a day goes by. You said it. Killing it. All right, ready for a little bit more?
Sure.
Time.
Can someone else go?
Here, you got this.
Oh, finishing the hat.
Finishing the hat. Look, literally, that was a good one. I didn't even know it, and it's right in front of me. I was like, what is he saying? Okay, ready?
There's no business like show business.
Right? What's it from?
Business sign. Oh my God, wait. It's, don't kill me, Mom. There's no business like show. This is from Kiss Me Kate.
Nope,
no,
not
it's not.
Kate.
No,
That's it's close.
no, that's
though.
brush up Shakespeare. There's no. Oh, anything goes.
No.
And get your gun. There's
Anything
all
get
with the A's. I pay attention.
Oh my God, you did pay attention in musical theater history class. All right, ready? Here's our next one.
You didn't notice her at first, but I saw her the moment she walked in. She was a delivery woman. She came in with a handcart full of
Home, right?
packages.
No?
She was
Okay,
old
here.
school butch.
Let's go.
Ring of keys. Ring of keys.
Oh, so cute, isn't it the best? Ring of Keys, so good.
Can't wait
so,
to see that
so
here.
good. Yeah, we're gonna do that here. All right, last but not least,
Okay.
last song. A lot of pressure.
Because I've been doing so well.
He's on down the road.
He's on down.
You think it's called He's on Down the Road?
I did a tap number to this song when I was 4.5. No, 5. I was 5. I did Sparkly Little Tie.
Yes, He's on Down the Road from you got
The
it.
Wiz.
The Wiz. The Wiz. Oh my God, so good.
You're making me look
It's
bad.
just torture. Isn't it torture to have to play a game? I would be so bad on like Jeopardy or.
I'd remember it after. I'd be like, duh.
Duh. Listen, last week we had, John Skinner, as we all know, and his wife Chelsea on the Newlywed Game, and they knew nothing. Like all their answers were wrong. I was like, oh my God, what have I done? Not only putting people on the spot about like their musical theater knowledge, but then of course about their marriage. I was like, I felt bad about that one. No, it's funnier. It's funnier when you don't know.
Yes.
Anyway, yeah, everybody, I'm looking at the feed now and everybody's like, giving their answers.
Good,
Yeah, we
thank
get it.
you.
You're all smart.
You have the internet.
Google. Well, that was fun. I thought you actually did pretty good.
A pass?
Yeah, you passed. You got a solid C.
Oh,
I'm just kidding. That was good. Okay, well, why don't we hear one more song? What is this song from?
This song's from Clicquot, and it's actually brand new. Rich and I wrote it a few months ago. Only a few people have heard it, and we're gonna test it out.
Oh, yeah.
It's our leading lady's opening song. What I want song type of thing. And Barb Nicole Clicquot, the businesswoman wannabe at age 21,
Okay.
about to ask her father if she's about to join the family business.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Brand new song from Clicquot. She is going to sing it for us tonight, and she's going to drink her water. She's going to get nice and settled over by the piano, played beautifully by another TR favorite, Joanna Lee. And you guys are in for quite a treat. Here she is to sing the new song from Clicquot, Lisette Glodowski.
I've always been patient and quiet and good. I've listened, obeyed, and studied my whole childhood. I've stayed in place, slowed down my pace. I did it for I understood. I was naive, too young to grow old. But now I believe you get bolder by being bold. And here, at a moment of great change, I think I'm finding my way. I'll build a brighter story where I can seize the day, and that new world will be right in front of me. I just have to wait one moment more. I'm closer than I've ever been before, and soon I'll get to live in a brand new golden age where a woman's passion and ambition are worth a yearly wage. A limit's just a limit until you reach the other side. If I right in front of me. Mine will be a name you can't ignore. I'm closer than I've ever been before. Ooh, than before. There are not many women out there standing in command, and crossing that line's a risk, I understand, but I won't fall in the face of a challenge. I won't waver when I feel unbalanced, and I won't stay up here in a gown just staring out this window. While all of the people out there go and change the world, so here I am. I trust I'm finding my way. My life is finally moving. No more keeping me at bay. The rules are set in stone, but rules can be outgrown. So chin up, don't be scared. I'm closer than I've ever dared before.
Yes, ma'am. I'd say that's a solid yes.
A solid yes?
A solid great want song. Makes me feel proud to be a female business owner.
Okay, it's in.
Yes, I loved it. Everybody loved it on the stream too, you guys. So tell me what you have going on with Clicquot now. Is there like fun news? Do you have another, like, is it taking the step forward? What's happening?
Yeah, so even though the pandemic shut down, this
Yeah.
show has been moving forward, which is so exciting. Our producing team, 35th Parallel, has been doing a whole bunch of work. So Moet and Hennessy and Louis Vuitton and Veuve Clicquot are all on board with the show.
Incredible. Hello.
And there are plans to do one more reading in New York, fall, whenever they let us.
Yeah, sure.
And then we want to take the show to France.
Oh, incredible.
And we want to perform it in the actual wine cellars and vineyards of this woman. And it's
Oh my God, that is incredible. Talk about like, you know, site specific.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
Congratulations, that's amazing. Isn't it nice to have people who believe in what you're doing? As well, they should. You are an incredible human being, number one, gorgeous talent, and such an incredible writer. It's been such a treat to get to hear everything you've done tonight. So maybe if you have another show in the works too, we'd love to have it at Theater Raleigh as well. We'll talk.
Okay,
you guys, Lisette Glodowski was with us tonight. She is incredible. I'm so happy that you were here. Thank you.
Oh, thank you for having me.
So much for being here. And of course, Joanna Lee on the piano. Thank you so much. And of course, I'd be remiss if I didn't say Charlie Brady, Allison Hopfer, and Eric Collins. Thank you guys so much for helping us out tonight and making the stream go super smooth. And thank you for tuning in and watching and celebrating Lisette. I also want to say this has been like such a Galentine kind of a time. We had Yolanda Rabin, we had Lisette Glodowski, and we have Kelly O'Hara coming up February 28th. You are not going to want to miss Character Building with Kelly O'Hara, 7:30 on YouTube. We're going to be chatting about all things life, career, struggles. She's not had many. She's an incredible megawatt star. And so we're going to get to hear all about her career and her process. So tune in for that. It's going to be pretty exciting to have her. And in the meantime, you guys, please stay safe. Wear your masks. Let's get back to the theater. I hope you're getting your vaccines, you're taking tests, and you are being very safe, socially distancing, and being really good out there. And we want to see you here at Theater Raleigh very, very soon. So take care. We love you, and see you in the theater. Bye, guys.